Top 10 cities in the world with the most skyscrapers. Hello explorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Displo, and thanks for watching. In this video, we will take you across the world counting the skyscrapers in every city, then narrow it down to a countdown of the top 10 cities in the world with the most skyscrapers. The skyline of a city is a magical sight to behold when it is laced with lights emanating from skyscrapers. That is why some cities are said to have and cast a magical spell on anyone who steps in, especially at night. Skyscrapers are high, impressive, and symbolize economic power. Skyscrapers save space and show the pursuit of growth. Limited space conditions and an increasing in the cost of building ground led to the construction of more and more skyscrapers in the metropolis of Chicago and New York since the late 19th century. The invention of the elevator in 1852 and the trend to build skyscrapers went hand in hand. Technically, it has already been possible before this time to create buildings with more than 6 floors, but caused by the convenience of the potential tenants, it would have been difficult to rent them. With the completion of the Chrysler Building in 1930, the story of the race for the tallest building in the world began. The Chrysler Building could hold this record for only 1 year. Finally, the Empire State Building became the tallest building in the world. 42 years later, in 1972, the Empire State Building was surpassed by an even higher building, the World Trade Center. After 2 more years, the Sears Tower took over the title of the tallest building in the world. The enthusiasm for the construction of the skyscrapers was fired and the metropolises began to grow. The race by nations and cities to own the tallest buildings in the world, the need to minimize space and resources, and ambition to conquer the skies have led to the construction of numerous skyscrapers in many cities for varied reasons. Hence, some cities are now basically skyscrapers, as they have been going even in thousands, and here in this video we shall fish out these sky show-offs. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. A skyscraper is defined as a continuously habitable high-rise building that has over 40 floors and is taller than approximately 150 meters. For the sake of this video, we shall be looking at cities with buildings over 40 floors with a height of approximately 150 meters or taller to refer to the skyscrapers. Number 10. Wuhan, China. Number of skyscrapers 96. The goal of the Chinese government is to make around 400 million Chinese from peasants to urban residents in the coming decades. Despite its large population of about 11 million people and high population density, Wuhan connects a large number of trading companies with parks and lakes. Hence, to convert Wuhan into the urban area China hopes it becomes, its land area of 80,494 square meters had to be maximized to get the best out of it by the construction of skyscrapers. This will not only convert the city to an urban area, but in turn accommodate its population. With a current total of 370 skyscrapers, the tallest in the city is the Wuhan World Trade Tower, which is 278 meters tall. Number 9. Guangzhou, China. Number of skyscrapers 115. Guangzhou, the capital of the Guangdong province, is the third largest city in China and an emerging trade center because of its location along the Pearl River to Hong Kong. Guangzhou has been a strategically important port city for centuries. Thanks to this importation and close proximity to Hong Kong, it has been growing in population size, reaching up to an estimated 14 million people. To accommodate the increasing population with its land area of 7,433 square meters, the city's planners have resorted to constructing watchtowers, and hence it's now the 9th city in the world with the most skyscrapers. Out of its 320 skyscrapers, the loftiest edifice is the CTF Finance Center. Number 8. Chicago, USA. Number of skyscrapers 126. Making an entrance at number 8 is the American city of Chicago. The development of high-rise buildings started in Chicago. After a fire in 1871 that destroyed the city, it had to be rebuilt. Due to the economic boom in the windy city, new houses had to be built quickly and provide more space, hence the construction of sky-high structures in Chicago. The city is made up of about 2.8 million inhabitants and a land area of 606.1 square meters. Chicago currently has up to 126 skyscrapers, and the Willis Tower is the tallest in the city for now. Number 7. Chongqing, China. Number of skyscrapers 127. Chongqing is the largest city in China and the only provincial level municipality, which means the municipal jurisdiction covers an entire administrative region and there is no separate provincial government. In western and central China, with more than 80 million people living in the urban area and total population of 30 million in the administrative region. Chongqing is the political, economic, financial, and cultural center of the interior and west of China. It is one of China's major industrial cities. And along with the other major industrial centers, it is experiencing rapid urban growth accompanied by a construction boom. With 26 buildings taller than 200 meters, all of them built in the last decade, Chongqing's skyline is rapidly rising and is now ranked amongst the world's tallest. Number 6. Tokyo, Japan. Number of skyscrapers 155. In the 20s and 30s, Japan experienced an economic flowering phase. In Tokyo, more and more skyscrapers were built. This was also due to the increase in population numbers, which currently is estimated at 39.5 million people living only 622 square meters of land. This is why many would describe Tokyo as a city of high skylines because of the number of skyscrapers in the city. Currently standing at 155 skyscrapers of more than 150, it is just a matter of time before the Tokyo Metropolitan Government building of 243 meters is beaten off its position as tallest building, with the city constantly going for higher and better structures every time. Number 5. Shanghai, China. Number of skyscrapers 163. Shanghai is one of the first cities in China that witnessed the skyscraper construction boom. The city had 420 meters Jinmao Tower and 468 meters Oriental Pearl Tower built way back in 1990s, while the majority of the Chinese cities were having the 100-meter tall buildings as their tallest buildings. In 2008, Shanghai World Financial Center got built. At that time, it was regarded as the tallest flat-top building in the world. And in 2015, the Shanghai Tower was completed. The tower is currently the tallest skyscraper in the country and the second tallest in the world, only second to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. It seems that the construction boom has temporarily come to an end and there is no serious super tall skyscraper projects proposed for the city in a long time. As the skyscraper construction boom are taking places in many other cities in China, like a raging fire in recent years, the number of super tall skyscrapers in those cities are growing vigorously. Shanghai is no longer the city with more skyscrapers in China as it was in the past. Many cities have already got more super tall skyscrapers built than that of Shanghai and still not slowing down on the pace. Even so, Shanghai still possesses the tallest building in Eastern Asia, and the city features the world's most majestic super tall complex that comprises of 3 super tall skyscrapers, all exceeding 400 meters. In this respect, no other city is comparable to it currently. Number 4. Dubai, UAE. Number of skyscrapers 199. Dubai, the largest city in the United Arab Emirates, is home to many modern high-rises, 108 of which stand taller than 180 meters, that's 591 feet tall. The tallest building in Dubai is the Burj Khalifa, which rises 828 meters and contains 209 floors. The tower has stood as both the tallest building in the world and the tallest man-made structure of any kind in the world since its completion in January 2010. The second tallest building in Dubai is the 425-meter Marina 101, which also stands as the world's second tallest residential skyscraper. The skyscrapers of Dubai are for the most part clustered in 3 different locations. The land along E11 road was the first to develop, followed by the Dubai Marina neighborhood and the Business Bay district. Overall, Dubai has 18 completed and topped out buildings that rise at least 300 meters in height, which is more than any other city in the world. Dubai has 73 completed and topped out buildings that rise at least 200 meters in height. Based on the average height of the 10 tallest completed buildings, Dubai has the tallest skyline in the Middle East and the world. Number 3. New York City, USA. Number of skyscrapers 284. There is no skyline like the skyline of the Big Apple, whether it is a day or night, because New York still has one of the most impressive skylines in the world. Every corner of New York City is another skyscraper reaching the skies. It once held the title of having the tallest building in the world with the World Trade Center twin buildings until Dubai happened and snatched that title away from it with Burj Khalifa. The current construction trend in the Big Apple is the construction of bioclimatic skyscraper. The city is one of the most diverse cities in the USA and the world, made up of people from every race and country of the world. The current population of the city is estimated to be 8.6 million, living on an area of 789 square meters. The tallest building is the World Trade Center with a height of 527 meters. Number 2. Shenzhen, China. Number of skyscrapers 289. Shenzhen is a small city with a large population, and hence, to accommodate its almost 12 million people on its 2,050 square meters surface area, Shenzhen had to resort to the construction of skyscrapers. The city is famous for its contemporary buildings and its large shopping centers. As a special economic zone, Shenzhen is particularly interesting for foreign investors. That is why Shenzhen is one of the fastest growing cities in the world. The highest building in Shenzhen is currently the KK 100 with a height of 442 meters, and we know for that the KK 100 will not be holding that title for long. Number 1. Hong Kong, China. Number of skyscrapers 355. Ever wondered how a city with over 1,000 skyscrapers look like? Hong Kong is your best bet, as it is currently the city with the highest number of skyscrapers in the world, with 1,302 and still counting. The former British colony had been part of the Republic of China since 1997. The big construction boom started in the 80s. The skyscrapers are presented every evening with an impressive light show, which makes the skyline to be such as impressive a sight to see. We can say Hong Kong is the most magical city in the world, with a population of over 7.5 million people living on an area of 1,053 square meters. The king of all 1,453 skyscrapers is the International Commerce Center with a height of 484 meters. There you have it, explorers. Those were the top 10 cities in the world with the most skyscrapers. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, do want to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.